Welcome to the Interested and Interesting Person Project. Let's talk about signal phrases. Part 1. Signal phrases! Essential to college level composition. Here's why. Credibility. Whether we're reflecting on ideas, informing audiences, or trying to persuade them, we definitely want to be believed. So how do we do it? We integrate support and evidence for our ideas from reliable sources.
You will respect my authority!
The Interested and Interesting Person Project is going to be covering reliable sources in a later video, but one thing before we go on, South Park's not a reliable source. And yet, we can use quotes from South Park to talk about how we use signal phrases. Signal phrases often precede a quote, and they inform readers about where the quote originates. Let's say we were writing a paper about South Park and we wanted to introduce a quote from Stan. We might write, "One time Stan said, I just realized that there's a lot of painful times in life, so I better learn to deal with them the right way." So technically, "One time Stan said" is a signal phrase in a technical way, but it doesn't convey a lot of information. It doesn't tell us what show the quote came from or even who Stan is. Let's try again. During the 14th episode of the 7th season of South Park, Stan Marsh, one of the most intelligent of the show's 4 main protagonists, shared a personal epiphany that could be helpful to all of us. "I just realized that there's a lot of painful times in life, so I better learn to deal with them the right way." That signal phrase names the show, tells us exactly which episode it is, tells us who Stan Marsh is, and then places the quote into context. Watch for signal phrases in the assigned reading in your course and experiment with them in your own writing. Have fun with them and be patient with yourself as you learn to master academic discourse. The Interested and Interesting Person Project is brought to you by Chris Risley. That's me!